Namaste, Sat Sri Akal. Good evening to all my friends around the world. Thank you so much. Keep loving me. I hope everyone is having a great time. Well, Amrina, welcome you again with a special guest and a promising note at your end. And today, as of all of you know, it's an International Yoga Day. I have brought a special person just to witness how yoga turns your life into a better thing. Certified from Yoga Institute of India, Mumbai, 2007. Fitness instructor from REEBOK University since 2007. Okay, VIBROGYM and BLACKROLL certified trainer in Saudi Arabia. Just imagine. She has attended various workshops on mobility, and then what she does is that she actually implements that in her daily yoga classes. Isn't that amazing? Put your hands together to welcome all the way from India, but she's Indian and certified from Mumbai. Welcome her again at my show, IRUM KHAN. Assalamu alaikum, IRUM.
Walaikum salam. Thank you so much. That was really elaborate. Thank you.
My pleasure, dear. My pleasure. It's good to see you. You're already on mat, on track to boost our viewers. It's actually needed, to be honest with you. Tell me something about yourself, IRUM, because there are so many people who want to know about a young Indian yoga instructor in Saudi Arabia. That's fascinating for everyone, please.
Well, actually, since childhood, we were always into fitness. You know, my dad was very encouraging that we take up fitness. So I used to be a national level swimmer when I was in India. And I used to do weight training at a very young age. I started swimming really young, and we used to do weight training. I think maybe the coaches didn't know back then, or I don't know. But by the time I became 20, I had very bad injuries in my shoulder because of all that heavy weight training all through the years at such a young age. And that is what actually got me into yoga and starting, you know, to learn more about, I mean, I already had some idea, you know, but not that deep. So then I started taking it up more seriously, and then I did my courses, and I got married and I moved here. My husband is here. So there was really nothing, you know, back then in 2006, there was not really much. I didn't want to be a teacher. So, and I thought since I already had this calling, you know, I was always into fitness. So I did these courses Alhamdulillah, like from the first time I started it was the 1st of January 2008. I went to, you know, the Suleiman Faqih gym, Olympia. Yes. So I just went, you know, I didn't know anybody. Nobody from my husband's family is into fitness. Like we didn't know anyone. So I said, let me just go and drop my CV, you know, at the gym. And I just went and dropped the CV, and the receptionist was like, wait. And she immediately called the director, and she was like, okay, the director will see you now. And I was like, now? I just came to give the CV. And she said, no, she wants to see you now. And she was this American lady called Michelle. She was really nice, very, very sweet. And she said, okay, you have a trial class tomorrow, and if they like you, then you can continue. And alhamdulillah, they liked it. And I was on the schedule twice a week. And from then on, there was just no looking back. Alhamdulillah.
Wow, great. So what do you think? What do you feel? Okay, no, I will actually go with some of the questions in my mind, and then we will go for say like some of the exercises, but it's going to be a little later on. I want actually viewers to know more about yoga. Do you think how one can stimulate yoga in their day-to-day life? Can you just share your thoughts on this?
Yeah, for sure. See, firstly, the thing is, you know, that there's a lot of misconception about yoga. Like either people think that it's standing on your head, like there's just one extreme or there's another extreme. Like they think, oh, you know, it's so hard. You have to stand on your head. You have to do all these difficult poses. Or then they think, oh, you have to just sit and breathe, and, you know, you have to just close your eyes. You don't have to do any, like even now I have so many people, you know, they'll come for my classes and they'll be like, oh my God, you really made us sweat. You know, we thought we were just going to sit and relax. And I'm like, that's not yoga. What's wrong with you? You know? So the thing is that yoga is an eightfold part, like, and the asanas or the postures is only one part. Like there is a whole philosophy, there is a whole discipline behind it. So there is like you have do's, you have don'ts. So, you know, basically cleanliness, not lying, non-violence, like these are different parts of yoga. So for sure, I feel like all religions also talk about this. So we have to try to be better people, I think, at the end of it. And that's what yoga also wants you to be. It's not just, and even my teacher in India, he always tells me, like, if I complain to him, I'm like, sir, kab se I'm trying this pose, ho nahi raha, itne saal ho gaye. And he'd be like, theek hai, ho gaya, then what? Tumko prize milne wala hai, tumhe kya hone wala hai, he's like, why are you so obsessed with the poses? And really, if you think about it, it's not what you do on your mat, but what you do on your mat prepares you for life out of the mat. So really, like, because you learn so much from yoga, you learn to be patient, you learn to be persistent, you learn to be dedicated, and all these things really translate in your life. Like, I'll tell you, for like, if you speak to my family or you speak to a lot of my friends, everybody knows that I'm a very short-tempered person, and people think, are yogis hain, so they'll be like, but I myself, if I look at myself, I can see the change in, like, 10 years back. Me is very different from what I am now. Like, I mean, I myself think, okay, aise hua, how come I didn't react? How come I didn't say anything? Like, later when I think, I'm like, yeah, I should have, I should have also said this, I should have. But at that time, and I think that's so good, that at that time you just keep quiet, and you learn to bear it, you learn to be wiser, I think, with so for sure you can incorporate. So it's not really about the practice, it's not really about the asanas, but it's a way of life, about your food, your diet, your rest, the way you interact with people. It's just everything. It's not just your asanas, so you can definitely incorporate that in your daily life.
Very well said. I'll go this question. No, your answer, I will elaborate it after the second question so that the viewers can have a little mystery of what exactly next step is going to be. One more question at your end is that how will you differentiate between yoga and fitness? Because you being a certified yoga trainer, but in and out, or normally it's been said as a yoga and fitness instructor. So I want you to balance it in such a way and explain or say it out as what you feel. How can you differentiate between both of them?
Okay. So I think, like, fitness, so if you talk about all the other types of fitness, they really don't have much to do with the mind. The most important thing with yoga is that it connects the mind, the body, and the breathing. These three things are connected. When you're on your mat, and the whole time, it's like a slow dance. You inhale, you take your arms up, you exhale, you come down, inhale. So you're so focused on your breathing and your movements that you really just forget about everything else around you. And I really feel like my sanity, I really owe it to yoga. I think I would have gone crazy otherwise, because it's really hard. If you think about it, firstly, you leave a place like India to come and live in Saudi. I mean, yeah, I know people who are born and brought up here, they really like Saudi, and they say, yeah, it's nice. I'm not denying, but I was only 21, and you leave your parents and you come. So, and at that time, Saudi was really conservative. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
what it is now. And then, you have the kids, and then you don't have that much help, and it's just really, and then you want to be, because you've always wanted to be something for yourself also. So that
Yeah,
whole struggle, and trying to balance everything, it's not easy. You constantly, being a working mom, you have that guilt, okay, you're not giving your family time, but then
yes.
when you're with your family, you feel like you're not doing something for yourself. So just balancing all that, I feel like I owe a lot of it to yoga. So to go back to your answer, fitness, yeah, all the other fitness forms or movements, they do help you lose weight, they do help you to feel better, they secrete the happy hormones that you say. But I feel like yoga is the only one that connects with the mind. And also a lot of the postures, when you have the proper knowledge, like, they also deal with your hormones, they also deal with your internal organs. Like, certain postures are good for thyroid, certain are good for diabetes, for digestion, for blood pressure. So you can always use that, which you don't have in other exercises. I myself, sorry,
No, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
like, I myself do weight training as well. I do other forms, like I do HIIT, I do Tabata, I do these things, but I always need to go back to yoga, because I feel like already we're in such a fast-paced, stressful world. So you need something to just, calm you down, to ground you. And I think that's really what yoga offers.
Will be great enough if you show us some of the things at the end of our session, a bonus point for our viewers, especially for the females out there who's watching, in fact, for males as well. We have to take the benefit of this session today. Iram has taken out time for us, and seriously, because she's been busy, honestly telling, and I know her from long time. It's been more, I can say, 3 years now. Very keenly been observing her work and her passion towards yoga. So we'll give you all a bonus at the end of the session. We'll some of the things like that, so that blood pressure and then thyroid and then varicose veins and gastric problem, 4 of us will cover it. Okay, Iram, back to the first question. I just want to ask you a small thing about this. Do you think there is so much of detailing in yoga? That's the reason why people normally move on to, going into a kind of a regime or an exercise or something, so that they work out fast and they lose fast the weight or some the body weight and their mass or something. So why this confusion always arises? And normally I've been observing this from long time. People, they were like, because I like yoga too, there are a lot of them who like, but they were like, oh, it's going to take a long process, we're not going to lose fast the weight. So what do you think about this? Because of the detailing they move back, or because what?
Well, I would think that they probably didn't have a good instructor,
Oh, wow. So after the session, I can say there will be lots of enrollments for Iram, and seriously, you have to take the best time out of it. And Iram is right over here.
But also, yeah, just to answer that question, yes, if you do weight training compared to yoga, you will lose weight faster, because weight training, it increases your metabolic rate. So you're even at rest, you're still burning calories, okay? But you will gain weight faster the minute you leave. The minute you stop weight training, your weight gain will be as fast as your weight loss was.
And why is the reason? What is the reason behind that?
You're still used to eating that much, plus your body is not burning that much, right? You're not burning at rest. You're not burning while you're working out. You've stopped that workout altogether. So you will lose weight. You will gain weight faster, which is why they'll always tell you that don't take up a workout just, that as a goal, that, okay, it's my wedding and then I want to lose this much weight and that's it. You take it up as a lifestyle. It should be in your daily, not that, okay, but Eid is coming.
Your network is yeah. Say again. Network was, yeah. It's okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry. So I'm saying you don't do it as a target. That, okay, Eid is coming or this wedding is coming. I want to fit into this outfit and that's it. You do it as a lifestyle. Yeah. And with yoga, the thing is, yeah, your weight loss will be gradual, but then it will be for a longer time. You will see the results. Like even if you stop, you'll still have that shape, that tone that you gained with yoga.
Okay, Iram, to the another question now. What message you want to give to the females of Saudi Arabia who think that taking out time for themselves is a big task? And one of the examples in front of you, because yeah, they become too moody, they become like lethargic, and they don't feel like doing anything, and they think that going out and having fun, sitting in a coffee shop and taking a nice, cookie with coffee and a shisha, that sounds pretty well for them. So no, because this is a serious matter. I really want you to focus on helping the females out there, or helping the males out there, to take out what time and how much time they should take out for at least performing a bit of yoga within themselves, and automatically they will come into a process. Can you say that, please? Yeah?
For me, I think that the best time to do it is in the morning. But obviously, if you're working, you don't have time, because if you wake up early, you have woken up early for a purpose. So you will do it and you will finish it off. But if you don't, this happens with me also. If you don't do it in the morning, then through the day, you will keep thinking, let me do this, then I'll do it. Let me do this. You keep delaying it, and then eventually it just doesn't happen. And like you're saying, this is very common. Most of the people I come across are like this. The thing is that we don't value our health. It's one of the biggest blessings that we have. and we really should be taking care of it, really. And only when it hits you, you know, like even my friends, I'm there for them all the time, you know. Now I'm on Zoom and I'm like, listen, you guys, you know, y'all can do classes and all, but everybody's okay. But the minute one of my friends, she's a set designer and she has to sit on the computer, so she got sciatica, and that it was really bad. She couldn't even move, you know. And then she messaged me, listen, I'm really sick, you know, I need to get exercises. So I said, really, like all these years, you know, where were you? Like, so if you keep doing exercises, you don't reach to that stage. Like, don't delay to the point where you don't have any other option. When the doctor will tell you, then you do it, you know. Okay, doctor has said to do yoga, so I will do it. Doctor has said to lose weight, so I will do it. But don't reach to the point that you have to go to the doctor to begin with, you know. You have a healthy body, you have classes available now. There are so many, especially with the lockdown and everything. There are so many online classes, so many of them are free. Just take that much of an effort for your health, you know, really, because this is not going to come back. Sometimes if you lose your health, maybe it's not going to come back even with exercise or whatever. So it's an investment you have to make.
Indeed, well said, very well said. You know, you're right. It is the most precious thing we have got. We have to take care of our health. That's important. You're right about it. Iram, just like try to put a light on the females. Why I'm always targeting females, because naturally they go for, you know, after giving birth, they normally happen to get blood pressure, thyroid, and gastric problem and varicose veins problem. So I think that's the best part, to start with a small thing, and then you can just show if you have got some postures or, you know, some exercises, just show it, and then later on we can discuss about something else in respect to this, please.
See, the thing is, you know, that really, if you have a certain problem, like if you're, it depends if you're coming for general health or if you're coming because of a certain problem, then obviously it has to be modified according to, you know, whatever issue. Like if you have knee pain or back pain or sciatica or disc, you know, very common now. You'll see young girls are coming with discs, and I'm just shocked. They're like 18, 20-year-old girls, you know, with, they have disc in their neck, they have disc in their back. So then you have to modify the practice for that. But then a lot of people, you know, they'll message me, they'll be like, oh, I need to lose weight on my tummy, can you tell me some exercises? It doesn't work like this. You have to work your whole body. You cannot just do exercises for your tummy, you cannot just do exercises for your legs. So it's a whole body, it's a holistic approach. It has to be your diet also. You have to sleep well also. And really, like you're saying, you know, this is a very important thing for young mothers, and especially here in Saudi, because there's so much trend of eating outside, that I think people tend to gain weight a lot because of that. And no
Yeah.
matter how much you work out, no matter how much you do, if your diet is not okay, you're never going to lose that weight, you know. It's really more than 50% of the results will be from your diet. So it really helps. And I know this because I have two kids myself. You have to be very disciplined. You cannot, you know, just, not that I'm very disciplined either, but at least a little bit, you know, like plan your meals, keep things that are healthy to eat around you, so that when you're hungry, you don't directly go for like, because look, if you're really hungry and if you have a bowl of salad and if you have a bowl of French fries, your body will automatically reach for the bowl of French fries because you're really craving something. So don't wait till that time. You know, when you start feeling hungry, make sure you have some snacks that are healthy around you, which you can eat on. Plan your meals from the weekend, you know. Like I especially with us, you know, desi food and everything, I have so many things on the weekend that I do, and I put it in my freezer, so that during the week it's faster, you know, and I don't end up like a, yeah, like vegetables are cut and kept, so that if I need to make a soup, you know, I don't need to go through the, like on the weekends, on the weekdays through that. Or you just put some oil, you put it in the air fryer with some garlic, you know, you put it in the oven, and it's done. Like you don't need to be standing there and like cooking. Obviously, yeah, you, sorry.
No, no, go ahead. Say.
Obviously you can't do this all the time, but at least for yourself, because also then again, you know, sometimes you feel like, I'm so tired, like I'm cooking for everybody else, now what do I make separately for myself? You know, I'll just eat whatever is there. So at these times, you can make these quick meals. You have your vegetables. Now there's so many recipes online. Like you can make overnight oats, which is so healthy. Obviously not the, like, don't use these Quaker oats and all. Use the actual, the rolled oats, the steel cut oats. You use those. You just have to mix with milk, with yogurt, with whatever fruits, honey, and just put in the fridge, and it's ready for you in the morning. Because especially even for me, I'm out and about for my classes a lot. So I have a lot of, like, I make a smoothie and I'll take it with me. So if you really try, you can. I know it's easy to keep saying, Ari, I don't have time, Ari, I'm so tired, but if you really make that effort, nothing is impossible.
Yeah, you're right. True. So, after doing so much of workout, do you think still you need to have a balanced diet, or you can eat nicely 2 chapatis with a bowl of rice, and then still you're going on doing that workout, and that's not going to add to your weight, or no? It will. What do you think about this?
It depends. See, obviously the calorie consumed and the calorie burnt, that should be, you can't eat more, like so much more than what you're burning out. That's when you'll gain weight. So yeah,
Yeah.
like if you're eating chapati, you're eating rice, it's fine, but you need to control your portions. Now, if you eat this much rice, okay, like maybe this much, that's okay. But if you eat so much rice, obviously, so
Obviously,
portion
it's gonna.
control is, yeah, portion control is really important. You can eat
Yeah.
one chapati, you can eat half a chapati and rice, but if you eat 2 chapatis and then you want rice also, matlab, it's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. Indeed, you're right. Okay, Eram, one last question I want to ask you. How, like, now the quarantine is over, you were taking classes on Zoom.
Yes.
Uh, how do you plan? And because there must be a lot of people who are listening who would love to take classes, so share that, please. How it's going to go?
Um,
3 days in a week, or like twice? How?
Okay, so the thing is that the gyms have opened, but still nobody is sure about what's happening, like we don't know if it's going to shut down again. Plus, everybody's still afraid to actually go out and, mingle with people, because obviously you come in close contact, and then again, yeah, this is one very important thing, to work out with the masks is also not safe, okay? Because when the mask is covering your face, you're breathing in so much of carbon dioxide, which is not healthy. You could probably pass out. So, again, if you come to the gym with a mask and you're working out, that's not healthy either. So a lot of people are still afraid. We don't know. But a lot of people are still requesting for me to continue with the Zoom classes. Let's see how it goes. But for now, it's thrice a week. Yeah, we are doing it thrice a week. And if the response is good, I don't mind, because really it's quite convenient even for me and for everybody. Like I have mothers, so their kids are running around while they're doing the class, and it's okay for me as long as it's okay for her, but at least she's doing something rather than not doing anything. And like if someone has a driver issue, okay, now they've started driving here, but still there are a lot of women who are not driving. So if someone has like a driver issue, or someone has an appointment, it's just so much more convenient, because you save that traveling time. And it's amazing because I'm also practicing with so many teachers across the world, so I think that is a good thing that has happened with these Zoom classes and with this quarantine.
Okay, to be on track all the time with the yoga techniques, how often do you travel and get yourself again repolished, I can say, or regenerated? How often do you do that? Like once in 3 months, or like how?
Yeah, so I usually go to India every 6 months. So whenever I go to India, so basically I practice Ashtanga yoga, which is the style of yoga which the main center is in Mysore, the KPJ Institute, which is the Patabi Joyce Yoga Institute. And now his grandson, which is Sharad Joyce, he is handling the institute. So basically they have teachers certified from there. And the thing is that it is my dream to go to Mysore and practice, but you need to go for a minimum of 1 month. And I cannot go leaving my kids, for that long time. So I'm practicing with one of the teachers who he has certified, so that when I go to Mysore, I don't need to be in a beginner batch. I can directly go into, because I have practiced with his teachers, so I know the, also I did a workshop with him when he was in Bombay. So whenever I go to Bombay, I practice with one of the teachers who's a level 2. So you have level 1, level 2, and certified. So he's a level 2 teacher. His name is Suvir Balvi. I practice with him every 6 months. And sometimes if I can, which is actually most of the time, once in between I go to Bombay, if there is another good workshop, so just for 3-4 days I can leave my kids, I do a workshop. And we also have a yoga studio here called Betnath, where I teach at. And even she's very, the owner is really active. She gets a lot of teachers. So we had a teacher from Dubai in December. We had a teacher from Lebanon also in February. So then I do workshops with them also whenever I get these chances.
That's nice. That's great. Interesting. Thank you so much for your time. And I want you to give a bonus today. Any position, any asta, whatever you can show, just show it out, please, for International Yoga Day.
For me, actually, the best asan for me.
All 3 poses of yours are excellent. I won't tell you to do that. That's difficult. But yes, something from your end.
You mean like for others to practice, or just for me to show everybody?
No, you for others to practice one, and for others to see how you can be polished after taking the sessions with IRUM Khan. Yes, please. Go ahead.
I don't know. You can, I think what really fascinates a lot of the women is, the arm balances, because most of the women have very weak arms.
Yes.
So, and wrists especially. So they get really, so they get really intrigued, I think, by arm balances. They all want to be like, oh, how do I stand on my hand? How do I stand on my head? So,
that's indeed very difficult. It's true. You're right. It's very difficult. Even the push-ups, it is highly impossible unless you're not practiced well. Yeah, go ahead, dear.
So this is a pose, which is, I'll just do a pose. It's called Chaturanga Dandasan. It is, they say if you want to master your arm balances, then this is the pose that you need to work on. And this comes in the Surya Namaskar, or the sun salutation. So you do it, especially if you're doing Ashtanga, then it comes 8 times in the beginning. And again, throughout the class, you keep repeating it. So you have a great opportunity to build up your strength in that pose. So I'll just do that and show you. So you have to fold forward. And then when you go down, so this, just being able to balance like this without touching the floor is a really great way to build your strength. So you have to try to be in a straight line without sagging your shoulders, without dropping your hip. It has to be a straight line from the head to the heels. I hope that's good enough. Yeah.
Excellent. I loved it. Very nice.
Because I don't want to show something so challenging that everybody gets afraid.
Yeah.
I think this is a really important pose to work on.
Yes, yes, yes. So normally before the end of the session, I just say a few words about a message from your side to all the viewers out there, whoever is watching you. I really want them to think positive and come forward for yoga. It is, I think I'll be the one who's going to be enrolling very soon, inshallah, and my friends, because I did tell them about you. From a long time, I've been deciding seriously. So this time I have to, because you're right. We need to think about our health. That's more important. Say something from your end, IRUM, please.
Like I said before, really, it is something that has to come from within. Nobody can force you. Nobody can push you. It's something that you should want for your health, for your well-being. You want to be able to spend life in the best way that you can, you want to be able to play with your kids. You want to be able to play with your grandkids. you want to be able to travel and do things. Like I see so many young people who have so many issues, you know, and it's so sad, especially because there's so much of junk food now. So I think the most important message that I would try to give others is of being aware. I think that's the first thing, and that's the most important thing that yoga teaches you is awareness. So awareness in everything, you know, awareness in your body. If you're feeling pain, why are you feeling pain? What are you doing? There is something that is a signal from your body. You know, don't say that, oh, I'm old, that's why. No, there is something wrong, and that's why you're feeling that pain. So awareness about that, awareness about your food, your diet. You know, there's so many people don't even know, like, okay, you're sick, and then you're like, what did you eat? And they don't even know what they ate. Like, they're so lost that you're not aware of what you're doing. You should pay attention that, okay, every time maybe I eat Chinese, you know, it affects my stomach. I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. Start observing, start being aware. And when this happens, then you start being aware in your actions as well. Like sometimes you say something to someone, you don't even realize, you know, that person is upset because of what you said. So really, for me, I think awareness is the most important thing that everybody should have. Awareness about your body, awareness about your breaths, your food, your lifestyle, your behavior, just everything. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in. And I wish IRUM Khan good luck, prosperity, and success in whatever she's doing. We have got someone over here who really can put in efforts for all of you to get into a better lifestyle. So please mark this out. If anyone wants to have live sessions on Zoom with IRUM, you can contact. We'll definitely share her number and her Instagram page as well. And you can get connected with her. Thank you so much, IRUM, for getting in touch with me on my session today. It was really so sweet of you. Good luck. Yeah, say something here. You were saying?
I'm saying it's my pleasure, and I want to wish everybody a very happy International Yoga Day.
Thank you. Yes, of course it is. Viewers, stay tuned for tomorrow with Payal Rohat Gi, hopefully by this time evening, 5:30. If any changes, I'll let you know. Till then, take care, keep smiling, keep yourself motivated, and catch you all with another promising note from my end. Assalamu alaikum. Take care.